Today on Provost Park Pass, I'm gonna do the secrets revealed of Emotional Whirlwind, and at the end of this video, I'm gonna show you something you should never, ever do on this ride. What? Emotional Whirlwind is located in Disney California Adventure on Pixar Pier, of course. It's based off the Pixar movie Inside Out, which is about a little 11-year-old girl named Riley. And you're seeing inside her mind and all the emotions that she is feeling. And right here, you can see all the different emotions. They kind of look like bowling balls, but they represent an emotion. The yellow ones are happy, the red ones are angry, the blue ones are sad, greens are disgust, and purple, that equals fear. Now these memory orbs, they actually light up. It's hard to see during the daytime, but at nighttime, they look beautiful. You need to keep a sharp eye out. You can see the 5 different emotions represented. Here's fear. Now fear is designed to look like a nerve ending, like about, the nerve's about to burst. Here's fear, purple. And of course, here's disgust. And she's supposed to be based off of broccoli. Disgusting. Not really, broccoli's great. Here's sadness. Sadness body shape is designed after a teardrop. Fear is here. Fear is designed after an anger brick. Rawr. And of course, there's Joy, who's designed at body shape after a star. Woo, being happy. Now, a lot of people wondered, why does Joy have blue hair and not blonde hair, since her primary color is yellow? Well, at Pixar, they didn't want to give her blonde hair because they're afraid that people would confuse her with Tinkerbell, so they gave her blue hair. So that way nobody knows or nobody thinks she's Tinkerbell. Now, the ride is called Emotional Whirlwind because, you know, our emotions are sometimes like a whirlwind, and you're blowing this way and that way, and we're feeling one way and the other way just so fast. Our minds are changing. We're angry, then we're happy and sad, and then, you know, disgust, fear, and then joy. The original ride that stood here was called the Maliboomer. It opened on February 8, 2001 when Disney California Adventure opened. And it was right here. The Maliboomer was a shot. It would shoot you up. Not a free fall, but it shoot you up. The interesting thing about the Maliboomer is it had face shields. A lot of people thought those face shields would prevent people from like spitting gum or like throwing up. No, not at all. These were sound abatement, noise abatement. The shields would prevent if you were screaming, so that it didn't make it so loud for everybody else. The ride was kind of just a generic ride. A lot of people liked it, so they ended up removing it and taking it out of Disney California Adventure. The Emotional Whirlwind is not actually a new ride here at Disney California Adventure. It was first located in Bugs Land as Flix Flyers. It's the exact same ride. They've just rethemed it and brought it over here. When it was at Bugs Land, instead of like emotions, it had like food boxes, juice boxes, and people get in it and you fly around, and it was a lot. Same ride, exactly same ride. Though, when it was Flix Flyers, the most popular cars were the Chinese food boxes. Here, of course, it's joy, anger, and the rainbow unicorn, and sadness.
Rob, this is for you, Rob. We have a new Platinum Patreon member, and you get a cartwheel with your name on it here at the happiest place on earth. So, Rob, this cartwheel is for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rob and Moreno.
Emotional Whirlwind is one of the most brightly colored attractions. I mean, there are so many colors here, exactly like an 11-year-old girl would like. And yes, those little memory orbs while you're waiting in line, they do spin. Even the garbage cans around Inside Out and Emotional Whirlwind are themed. Now, when you look at this sign here of Emotional Whirlwind, you're gonna look up here and guess what you see? That is a clock right there. The hour hand and the minute hand. And it works. Most people don't know that's a clock. I didn't until a cast member told me. When Disney did a touch of Disney here in Disney California Adventure, you'd be able to walk by here the Emotional Whirlwind, and this is where Joy was located, and she's waving the crowd as she walked by. If you want to go on an Emotional Whirlwind, look, no height required. There's a little height thing here, but it doesn't matter. While you're waiting in the queue, you can see the different lands that are in Riley's mind. What are the things that Riley does in Imagination Land? Well, she thinks about bicycles, hockey, French fries, canoeing, a castle that suspiciously looks like Disney with a Mickey balloon. And of course, her boyfriend who would die for her. And dolphins. Oh, and cupcakes. Always open. It's good to have a healthy imagination. Explore a career in sorting long-term memory. Join now. Experience the magic of Dream Productions. Now look, There's the Unicorn. Dream Studio looks suspiciously like Paramount Studios, and then it looks like they have the Warner Brothers Tower there. Wonder Idea in the forest. There's Joy being happy and teardrop sadness. During the movie, you see their different personality islands. There's Goofy Island, Hockey Island, and of course, Friendship Island. I love this one. Cruise the subconscious. There's fear, and what's in the subconscious? Black cats, clowns, ventriloquist dummies, broccoli, and doors, of course. Abstract thought. That's where they all start to turn in flat little things. There was Bing Bong right there. Cloud Town, carried away. In the movie, there's a scene where he's like, forget it, it's Cloud Town. That's a throwback to a 1970s film, I think, called Chinatown, where he's like, forget about it, it's Chinatown. Meaning, like, that just should explain everything. And don't forget headquarters, that's where they work. And there's the control panel. See the control panel? Interesting little fact about the control panel. When the movie first starts Inside Out, she's a baby, Riley, and the control panel only has one button. So she pushes it, she feels happy, or she pushes it, she feels sad. So you only have one emotion at a time. As she progresses and develops more, the control panel, the brain center, becomes more and more complex, adding more and more buttons. If you look at the parents' control boards, man, there's lots and lots and lots of buttons because they have lots of different emotions. Whereas Riley, when she's 11, still quite not all the way completely developed, so her control panel isn't as complex as her parents. So each character has a primary emotion that's in charge of them. Riley's obviously is joy, but if you look at the mom's, her primary emotion that's in control of her control board is sadness. And then when you look at the dads, whose emotions in control there? Anger. It just goes to show that each person has a primary driving emotion, maybe. I like to think that mine is joy. This last year has been an emotional whirlwind for everybody, but you guys were getting through it. Now here's what we're doing here at Provost Park Pass. We're gonna be doing Disney videos for 3 weeks out of the month, but on the last week of the month, we're gonna do something totally different. We're gonna be putting lots of different parks up for you to vote on. Well, water parks, theme parks, national parks, ballparks, and whichever one wins, you will send me there and I will go to that park, I'll research it, come up with all the cool facts, secrets revealed, and some cool videos about that particular park. So if you want to participate in this, send me wherever you want to go. All you have to do is vote in our community page. Every month we'll have a new place where you're gonna send me and I'll research it. I'll come up with some new cool videos for you. It's gonna be an emotional whirlwind, guys. It's gonna be super fun though. You'll notice the control panel looks exactly like Riley's control panel in her brain. Those that work on attraction are called mind workers. There are 8 cars on the ride. Joy, Rainbow, Unicorn, Sadness, Bing Bong, long-term memory workers, Disgust, Fear, and Anger. So when you ride this ride, you're gonna hear different emotional voices. You have Fear when the ride starts. He's like freaking out. He's like, oh my gosh. He's like, I hope I'm gonna be fine as long as it goes in circles. So when it goes in circles, he's like, oh no. Or you hear Disgust, and Disgust is like, oh my gosh, we're going around like going nowhere. Totally disgusted, like a little teenage girl. Or you can hear Anger when the ride starts. When Anger starts, he's like, finally, the ride's finally taking off. Or you can hear Sadness. When Sadness is going, she's like, oh, the ride's over and now I'm sad. And of course, you can get Joy. And when she's talking, it's always positive. Like, it's about to start. It's gonna be the best ride ever. Joy, being Joy. Disgust, Fear, Anger, Joy, Rainbow Unicorn, Sadness, Bing Bong, long term, Disgust, Fear, Anger, Joy,
so much for streaming.
Rainbow, Sadness, Bing Bong, and long-term memory. The ride will always start and stop in the exact same spot. Now they assign you which card to get in. But before they would assign you, they at least let you choose which card you wanted. The most popular, of course, was Joy, Sadness, and the Rainbow, and Anger. The ones that were least popular was the long-term memory sorted and Fear and Disgust. I think Disgust is kind of cool. I would like Disgust. I don't know why people didn't want Disgust. I think it's disgusting they didn't want Disgust. I wanted Anger, but let's do long-term memory haulers. Nobody does that. The ride actually has 2 ride times. It's 1:50 or 90 seconds. So it's exactly 1:50 from when it takes off to when it lands, but the ride's really going around in circles for 90 seconds. You can face forwards or backwards. The ride is located right in the center of the credit coaster. So you can see a credit coaster track behind you and above you, and it's going almost all the time.
So the emotional whirlwind is finally lifting.
Oh, we got Anger talking. All right, I am in the long-term memory sorters card. And it's actually believed that at nighttime, when you go to sleep, the memories you had during the day are then sorted into long-term memories, just like this shown in the movie Inside Out. Here we are, going around in circles. Everything's so brightly colored, even inside the cars.
You are all prepared. You're my kind of people.
The Emotional Whirlwind is ending.
That's it. That's how easy the ride is. Super fun. Any height could go on it. It's a fun little ride for children. Particularly those who love the movie Inside Out, which I do. You know what's something interesting about this though? My wife Amanda doesn't really like the movie Inside Out. I'm not supposed to say that because she's afraid that people will be like, what? Because I'm like, what? You don't have to be sad because guess what? Disneyland is now open. If you want to come down to Disneyland, you can get your tickets from Getaway today. Call 1-855-GETAWAY and tell them Provost Park Pass sent you. You'll get a discount. Or use a link down below. That'll also get you a discount. Seriously, come on down. The water's fine. Don't be sad. Now, I'm going to show you what to never, ever do on this ride on Emotional Whirlwind. Now, keep in mind, you should never, ever do this. I'm a trained professional. The first thing that you have to do before you go on the ride is you got to go to Bing Bong's Sweet Shop. Then you have to come here and order a memory refresher. You choose 2 flavors, whatever you think. Are you gonna be drinking? I'm drinking it. It's part of the game. You have to let them make the drink for you. Go crazy, cat. Now she's nervous, but you can do fine. It looks like we got pina colada coming up with a splash of mango. Discussion.
Do you like nerds?
You choose. Okay, we got that. It looks like they gave me mango, pina colada, and some nerds on top. Then you have to go to the angry hot dog shop. Like I said, I'm a trained professional. Do not try this at home. Do not try this at home. All right, can I get 1 angry dog, please? Then you have to eat the hot dog. Whoa. A lot of nerds in that. You have to eat the hot dog and then drink the drink and then you'll see what happens next. Now keep in mind, this is an angry dog, so it's a little bit spicy. El Caliente. For me, I thought I was gonna get a big kick, but whoa, very hot. Okay. I feel it in my nostrils. Whoa. I got brain freeze and my mouth is burning. Now that the hot dog's done and the drink is gone, we gotta go back. That's the first time in my life I've ever got brain freeze and had a burning mouth. My mouth is still on fire. All right, now you gotta go back to Bing Bong Sweet Shop. I'm sweating because the hot dog was so hot. I mean, I don't know how. I think if you eat hot stuff, you probably are like no big deal. But I'm not a real spicy eater. Since it's Emotional Whirlwind, you have to go bright colors. I would like the Cheshire cat tail now, please. Now that you had a meal, you have to have dessert. Colorful, of course. Now, we can go ride Emotional Whirlwind in circles. Kind of made a little bit of a mess at my table. My lips are still burning a little bit from the hot dog. This could be disgusting. Oh, I feel like a frayed nerves. I feel like we're doing a little mini Emotional Whirlwind challenge. You know, like the Matterhorn macaroon and the churro challenge. My lips are all sugary from eating all that marshmallow, and they're burning from the hot dog, and my stomach's freezing cold because of the whatever that was. I don't think I should have had the Cheshire Cat shell. That might have been too much. Just got assigned cart number 8. There are 8 cars, so that means we're the last one to go in. I just got my first huge wave of nervousness. Like nerves, fear, the nerve. Ah! There's disgust, that's what I wanted. Got bing bongs. And then you have to face backwards.
This sure is a whirlwind of fun.
I'm starting to feel a little sick.
We're winding down. Please stay seated until the emotional whirlwind comes to a complete stop.
Never try that at home. I actually got dizzy going backwards. I didn't get dizzy the first couple times I rode that ride, but that time I got dizzy. I do feel a little sick in my stomach. But mini emotional whirlwind challenge completed, unlocked. This is one of the most beautiful attractions in the evening. All the emotions, they light up. You can see all the different orbs, they light up. Even on the rides, you see them on the wall. They light it up with purples and blues. It looks so good. Academy Award-winning composer Michael Giacchino. I hope I said that right. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. Michael Giacchino. He's the one that helped do the music for Inside Out. And he came and did for this ride, created 5 brand new songs, one for each emotion. Composed 5 new songs for this particular attraction. As you can see, the clock has moved since we were here last. Okay, so let's go ride Emotional Whirlwind at night so I can show you how pretty it is. I mean, this is one of the prettiest rides there for sure, especially at nighttime. Look at the posters all lit up. Everything is lit up and it looks so good. But wait, there's more. You gotta get on the ride. And once we get on the ride, I can show you the wall of emotions. So I'm gonna be the first one in the line, which means I can choose any emotion, any cart to ride in. Which one should I choose? I'm kind of leaning towards anger, but I mean, we do anything. I don't know, what do you guys think? Happy, joy, sadness? Kind of want sadness, I think I'm gonna go with anger. So I'm with my friend Haley. Which emotion would you choose?
Well, if it was me, I'd have to go with joy just from being back in the parks full of joy all the time.
Oh, it's such a good answer. I'm gonna choose anger though.
It's anger that you had to miss Disney for this long.
Oh, you are so good at this. She's so good at this. Yeah, that was a really good answer. Joy, anger, whatever. I'm gonna go for anger. Look how beautiful it is, and there's the wall of emotions all lit up at nighttime. And even the base, the lights are even lit up.
Oh, sure is fun.
Look, if you look underneath, you can see there's flames at the bottom of their anger box. Uh-oh, guys, I think there's like 2 people sitting right over there. I feel like we got competition. I think they want anger, and I want anger. It's gonna be a race. And there it is, the glorious anger box. I wanted it so bad. We got anger, and guess who's doing the voice right now? Anger. And look at the anger orb.
How hard is it to follow some rules?
I was gonna ride backwards, but then I changed my mind the last second and did an audible and switched over because I wanted to go forward to see all the bright colors. I'm gonna share them with you.
Joy wants to call this the Happy Memory Development Program.
Look how beautiful the wall is, guys, that memory wall. And you can see the rest of the park. Okay, now we're gonna get off the right. I'm gonna show you the chalk art, showing you how to get out. There you can see the exit arrows are, it looks like they're made from chalk. It's exactly what an 11-year-old would do. I got one more fact I gotta share with you, and of all my research, I never found this fact, and I never heard this. A cast member came and told me, they're like, this is something they don't tell very many people, but they wanted us to share it. Okay, so here's disgust, right? What is disgust based after? Broccoli. Broccoli. And right over here, there's a little garden. And what do they have growing in the garden? Broccoli. I hope you got some joy from this video. Now, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. I'll tell you why though. Because when we hit 100,000 subscribers, we're gonna be giving away, that's right, 100 gifts, 100 Disney gifts. And these are some really sweet gifts. Now, in order to be eligible, all you have to do is subscribe to our channel, and it's free to subscribe. That's right, subscribe. Then now you are eligible for a chance to win one of those 100 gifts. And if you win, we're gonna mail it to you for free. So I mean, why wouldn't you do that? For your chance to win. Subscribe to the Provost Park Pass and hit that like button, guys.